as we get ready to go here on our 30-minute Pro Nitro Truggy A final. We're getting ready to boogity, 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 boys and girls. It's time for some Nitro racing. And they're off. Mayfield and Seth Van Dalen off to a good start. Right behind them is Fend. And it's going to be Mayfield, Van Dalen, Fenn, Little Bump, and Brandon Rose. As they started, they are taking off. Through the Dragon's back they go. Who will be the first to crack? Who will be the first to make a pass? Mayfield out there going through the treacherous S-turns. He's got his teammate Seth Van Dalen and Dakota Fenn right behind him. Little Bump there making that quick front tire, and there is a gaggle of Truggies going through there. That's a little bit of real estate for a lot of Truggy. And it's going to be Mayfield for 33-1, Seth Van Dalen right behind him. Dakota Fenn, Fee Long Win, and Brandon Rose. As you can hear the Truggies pinging down the straightaway. Double, double, up and over. Alrighty then. So there is Ryan Mayfield. He has a hard charging Seth Van Dalen right behind him. And Seth Van Dalen makes the pass on the inside. Can he make it stick? He does. Seth freaking Van Dalen to the point, challenging his teammate. Wow, Seth just had that front wheel right up on that pipe, and he gets it sideways, and he doesn't give it back. He does. He tries to get back in there, but he cannot. And it is Mayfield, Fenn right there, Little Bump, and Rose. It is a train of cars going through the Dragon's back. It is very close there. Somebody getting it wrong in that Dragon's back. Not sure who it was, but that's not the position. That's not the jump you want to do it there. Seth on the inside again. Can't make it stick. Mayfield going way wide. Carries more speed. Seth has to check up. So Mayfield got that outside line. Seth got that inside line. And there is Dakota Fenn waiting in the rear, ready to pounce. They kind of broken away a little bit from Brandon Rose. Jared Tebow now up to 5th, according to scoring. So there is Mayfield. These guys cannot let Mayfield run away. They cannot give Mayfield a gap. I see Fenn is looking very bracy back there, trying to get around Seth Van Dalen. There is Fenn. He's going wide, trying to carry that speed up and over that double. This is your battle for second as Mayfield slightly pulling away. Looks like Seth Van Dalen has just kind of lost touch with his teammate Mayfield, but Dakota Fenn has some pace in that X-ray. And as you can see, they're going to make their way through the Dragon's back. Fenn pounding, trying to, not really pressuring Seth Van Dalen. It's a long race, 27-27. But he, too, understands that he does not want to get Mayfield any breathing room. Seth Van Dalen closing that gap a little bit more. He goes a little bit wider. He understands he can't make it stick on the inside. You have to save that for a later time when it's a passing opportunity. Mayfield comes wide for 33-5. That gap now 1.3 seconds back to his teammate. Dakota Fenn in 3rd, followed by Brandon Rose, Jared Tebow, Fee Long Win, and Mason Fuller. Jonah Wilson in 8th, Cavallari, Lee Setzer making up your top 10. And Seth looking comfortable out there in 2nd, not really trying to push the issue. Neither is Fenn at the moment. Seth getting a little bit wonky jawed as he doubles very far into the S-turns. Mayfield stretching that lead out a little bit more. It's going to be about 2 seconds when he comes by. Just under 1.9. But here comes Seth. This is where he makes up a lot of speed, a lot of time. Fenn losing a little bit of touch to Seth Van Dalen's car. So not sure what's going on with Fenn. Maybe he's holding some secrets, holding his cards close to his chest and saving some of that for later on. Brandon Rose looking right fast right now, trying to get around him. And there's Little Bump and Jared Tebow. And we are watching Mayfield. Oh, Seth is ever so closer to Mayfield now. Mayfield had Seth had a 32.8 that time by. He's absolutely on it. So he is caught right up to the rear end of Ryan Mayfield. He understands that he can't let his teammate go, and he goes for the inside. Wow, that was close. Seth cutting it very close in that corner, almost getting caught up in that pipe, but pays dividends. That gap now 0.8 of a second. Mayfield looks a little bit squirrely, going up over that wall jump, and Seth Van Dalen is right on the rear wing of his teammate, Ryan Mayfield. Seth making his way through that Dragon's back up and over that triple. He goes double on tap for him. Going a little sky high. Mayfield putting a little bit of space, but there you can see Seth Van Dalen getting up on all twos, doing it endo style. Seth going down the side, going down the inside, and going wide. That's his preferred line. He likes it like that. And that gap now, 1 second. He did lose some time, but let's see if he can make it all up. This is where Seth seems to be very fast and makes up a lot of time on Mayfield. Dakota Fenn still kind of out there in no man's land in third, maybe waiting for something to happen, but he has lost touch with this battle going on for first right now between the two Technos. Mayfield in that Techno 2.2. There's Seth right here. Seth, too, also very fast here. And Mayfield just has a faster line, and Seth trying to copy it that time, but gets a little bit squirrely. All right, so Patrick just tells me that Jonah Wilson is broke. He was currently running down in 8th, so he's done for the day. Ryan Mayfield in first, followed by Seth Van Dalen, Dakota Fenn, Brandon Rose, Fee Long Win, Jared Tebow, Lee Setzer. And we are on board with Seth Van Dalen. 24 minutes down, 24 minutes left to go, 6 minutes down. That minefield is turning, it's changing each track, each time. It's getting, it's being melded each lap. All right, so Patrick has a report as we're watching this race. Go ahead, Patrick.
All righty, guys, so I just walked past Weston Wilson. Wilson has lost a right rear arm, popped the drive shaft out. Jonah Wilson is out of this one.
Unfortunate for the fish as he is out right now. Ryan Mayfield, though, he's trying to check out from Seth Van Dalen, but Seth not allowing it. Fenn has lost all touch with this pack right now. So not sure what's going on with Fenn, but still lots of time left to go. We're coming up to that 7-minute mark. We should start seeing some pit action here. It's going to be Ryan Mayfield, Seth Van Dalen, Dakota Fenn, Fee Long Win, Brandon Rose, Jarrett Tebow is in 6th, followed by Lee Setzer, Ryan Cavallari, Mason Fuller, Cole Ogden, your top 10. Chase Lemieux, Camden Line, Jared Wiggins, Cole Kester, Spencer Hackett, Douglas Schufelt in 16th. Ryan Lutz, unfortunately, well down in line. And we have some pits starting to take action here. We're going to follow our leaders into the pits. We should follow our leaders into the pits. And there is Ryan Mayfield. And Seth, this is where Seth makes up a lot of time. So Mayfield about to come out to some lap traffic here. I believe that is either Camden Lime. Yeah, I think that might be Camden Lime he's coming up on, or Ryan Lutz. Probably Camden Lime. Oh, wow. Seth getting it wrong going through those S sections. There's Fenn now. Fenn needs to get by Seth and really chase down Mayfield. There's Mayfield in for fuel. Tanner Denny doing the services. Van Dalen in as well. Mayfield out of 6.1 from Mayfield. Seth Van Dalen for 5 flat. So Seth, woo, having a flying pit stop by Sean. Dakota Fenn not coming in for fuel. I completely forgot about Fenn's 10-minute pit strategy. Alrighty, so Dakota Fenn out front, followed by Ryan Mayfield. Fenn on that 10-minute pit strategy. All right, so Fenn out front. He's got a 1.4-second lead up on Mayfield. There's Mayfield and Van Dalen. So let's stay on Dakota Fenn because he's going to come in for fuel here shortly, and that's going to put him back out in 3rd spot. Fenn stretching that out, but there's Mayfield right behind him. And right now, Mayfield not letting Fenn pull away, and he's doing what he has to do. And Seth Van Dalen in tow as well. This is going to gear up for a very good finish. We are now coming. We expect Fenn to come in now. He might stay out one more lap. It's coming up in the 9:30 mark. And he stays out. He's going to do his 10 minutes. So he's only got to come in one more time to these guys 2 times. Alrighty, so Fenn holding off a very hard charging Ryan Mayfield. 10 minutes should be no problem on Truggy here at all. With that extra 25 cc fuel. Oh man, Fenn is definitely driving defensive. We expect him to come in for pits. Ooh, Fenn and Mayfield. Mayfield wants to put the issue. He wants to get by Fenn now. Fenn coming in for fuel. Who's doing the fitting? It's going to be Sicker. Ooh, that was hot. That was hot. So Fenn in for 6.5. Still the fastest pits done by Seth Van Dalen. So Fenn now got to work hard. He's got to come in one less time than these guys. Mayfield out front. Alrighty, so let's get back on Ryan Mayfield and Seth Van Dalen. It's Ryan Mayfield from Seth Van Dalen, Dakota Fenn, Brandon Rose, Jared Tebow. Lee Setzer now into 6th. Lee Setzer climbing all the way from 15th. V Long in 7th. Ryan Cavallari in 8th. Mason Fuller in 9th. Jared Wiggins 10th. Cole Ogden in 11th. Camden Line. Douglas Schufelt, Spencer Heckert, Chase Lemieux, and Ryan Lutz. Cole Caston and Jonah Wilson both out, unfortunately. And there is Mayfield with some clear air. All right, let's hear from Patrick.
Alrighty, guys, so I just walked over and asked Tater Sontag, who's helping pit for Dakota. I said, how much fuel did he have? How empty was he? He's like, he's good. He's got plenty. He's good. So Dakota's fuel strategy is good. He apparently could have gone a little longer, but came in a little early and getting the math right.
All right, so Dakota Fenn patiently waiting. There's Seth Van Dalen. He is still clung onto the rear wing of Ryan Mayfield, exactly what he needs to do. So Seth Van Dalen driving a great second leg of this race against Mayfield as they make their way onto the straightaway once again. Mayfield with a 33.3 and Seth with a 32.2. Fenn just threw down a 33.9. He's 7.1 seconds off these guys. Brandon Rose is 5.9 off of him, and Tebow is 1.6 seconds off of Brandon Rose. Mayfield throwing his car into this S section. Seth Van Dalen giving his teammate all he can handle. Applying pressure, looking on the inside is Seth. Seth feeling very good right now. He wants to get in front of Mayfield. He has some extra pace. Mayfield going into defensive posture. Oh, no. And there he goes. That's the mistake he didn't want. And that's going to allow, where is Dakota Fenn? No, Dakota Fenn is too far back to capitalize on that. So all that hard work by Seth Van Dalen, he's going to have to do it all over again. That one mistake costing him quite dearly. As you see, Mayfield, he's going to be making his way up and over. There's Mayfield making his way up and over that double. He now has a 4.7. Wow, that one bobble, that one crash cost Seth Van Dalen quite a lot. I mean, he was literally on the rear wing of Ryan Mayfield when he made that mistake. Now he's 4.7 seconds back. So Mayfield got that cushion that he needs, and you don't want to give Mayfield that. But I see Seth Van Dalen. He is pushing. Let's drop back to Seth. There's Seth. He is absolutely on it, trying to catch up to Ryan Mayfield. That gap's going to be a lot less when he comes by this time. No, it's still 4.7. Oh, man, Seth's line. He gets it so close to the inside just there. So, can Seth Van Dalen, he's almost to the halfway mark of this race. Can he put his head down and chase down Mayfield? Mayfield now is 4.7 seconds up last time around. Let's see what it's going to be. Van Dalen trying to catch him up. Mayfield, he has 32.6. It's 5.3. Wow! Mayfield just threw down a 32.6, his fastest lap of the race. Lap 25. So Seth needs to dig deep and pull out some of those 32-second laps that he has in his back pocket. So we're coming up on the 15-minute mark. Seth Van Dalen currently in second. He did knock a second off that with a 32.3, but Mayfield also threw down a 32.4. Seth just threw down his fastest lap of the race, a 32.3. He's going to need a few more of them. Fend, a 33-1. That gap between Fend and Seth Van Dalen is 5.9 seconds. And Seth Van Dalen is 5.2 seconds back of Mayfield. Seth making his way through that quagmire of cars and quagmire of bumps. Great driving by Seth. Mayfield, though, doing what he got to do. A 33-2. So Seth in for the pits. That's a good pit by Sean Van Dalen, 5.4. Woo, another fast pit by him. Mayfield looks like he's going a lap or two further. Calling a fuel audible is Mayfield. I suspect, let's get on Mayfield. I suspect Mayfield should be coming in for fuel right now. All right, we heard that Felon Win just flamed out in pit lane, but he's currently down in 6th. And here's Mayfield going a little lap longer, 1 lap longer than Seth Van Dalen. Oh, oof. We didn't get the time for that one. 5.7. Oof, oof. Fast pit time for Tanner Denny. 5.7, but still, Seth Van Dalen had the fastest pit at 5.4. So these guys going to have to come in one more time. And Fend, he does too. But he'll be in at that 10-minute, we have 10 minutes left to go mark. So Dakota Fend currently in 3rd. That gap now 2 seconds. This is where, oh, is that Fend? Yep, that was Fend. Fend getting caught up in some traffic. All that hard work gone. It's a lot of truggy and a little bit of real estate. There's Lee Setzer. He's currently down in 9th. Here's your running order. Mayfield, Van Dalen, Fend, Rose, Tebow, Cavallari, Cole Ogden, Fuller, Setzer, Fee Long, Camden Line, Chase Lemieux, Jared Wiggins, Spencer Heckert. And looks like Schufelt might be out. The Fend is embroiled in a quagmire of cars, and that is going to slow him down. These guys have enough of a cushion on Fend where they can come in again. He has to come in again as well, so. Can Seth Van Dalen catch up Mayfield? Mayfield just getting faster as he goes on. A 32.3, just bested his best lap time. Mayfield showing why he's the relentless one. Mayfield showing why he's a national champion, a world champion, and won many of the big races here in the world. Absolutely on fire. Van Dalen is now 5.1 seconds back of, he needs mistakes by Mayfield, but once you give a lead like this to Mayfield, he doesn't really make mistakes. Fend is currently about 2.8 seconds back of Seth Van Dalen, but he's got to come in for fuel. And so does Van Dalen, but yeah. All right, so we are on board with Dakota Fend. Sorry, that's not Dakota Fend. That is Dakota Fend. Dude, I got him and Mason's char confused just now. They look so similar. They're completely different colors, but they look so similar. So Mayfield out front, Fuller not really a factor in this. He's down in 11th. Schufelt back on the track. He's up to 15th. Tebow on a top 5 run. He'll be happy with that. And there's Fend. He'll be coming in here shortly. Oh, he's got to stay out to the 10-minute mark. That's not a problem with the Truggy tank. But Fend, he's 4.4 seconds back of Seth Van Dalen. So, and Seth Van Dalen's pits are absolutely fast. Seth is now 4.4 seconds back of Ryan Mayfield. Fend's, he's put on the clinic. He's making his way through that lap traffic, but man, it is tight out there. And Fend will be coming in her, nope, staying out one. Whoa, who's that? Oh, there's some kerfuffle going on in the pits. Maybe we should go find out about it. I saw Sean Van Dalen saying something to Brent. Ryan Mayfield. Uh-oh. I think Fan ran out of fuel. Fan ran out of fuel. That's it. His chances of taking the win or taking anything are over. He ran out of fuel coming into pit lane. Oh, no. I mean, that's the best place you want to run out of fuel. Maybe not. Did he? Yeah, he made it across the loop. So Dakota Fan, he's going to have to work hard just to salvage a top 5 now. All righty. So Mayfield out there smiling right now. He's got a 5-second lead up on Seth Van Dalen. Ryan Mayfield, Seth Van Dalen, Brandon Rose, Dakota Fenn, Jared Tebow. That's your top 5. And Ryan Mayfield out front. He's got a 5-second lead up on Seth Van Dalen. Brandon Rose now inheriting that 3rd spot. Dakota Fenn will come out in 4th. Jared Tebow in 5th. Ryan Cavallari up to 6th. Fee-Long after that flame out is now in 7th. So I don't know, man. Fenn stretching up. Maybe didn't get a full tank. All righty. So Mayfield out there in the clear. 8 minutes to go, though. Anything can happen. Seth Van Dalen needs to put his head down. And there's Seth, actually. So Seth isn't that far back. Let's drop back on Seth for a little bit, please. And he's actually trying to mount a charge. That gap now, 3.9 seconds. All right, so we got a report from Patrick. Let's head over to him, see what's going on.
All righty, guys. So it got a little bit heated here in the pits as Lee Setzer and Mason Fuller getting into it. Mason actually having to jump in the pit lane and nearly taking out some of the pit crew. But it appears that tempers were a little hot because one time that Mason came in a little too hot, he nearly clobbered Sean Van Dalen. And then this time when he got pushed in the pit lane, he nearly clobbered Sean Van Dalen again. So things getting a little heated here in pit lane. Then also I see that Ryan Cavallari has flamed out. So things are staying interesting here in Pro Nitro Truck.
Seth flamed out. Seth Van Dalen has flamed out. Oh, no. Wow. He was coming in for fuel here shortly, too. You can see his dad had the fuel gun ready. So now that's going to allow Brandon Rose and Dakota Fenn up into 3rd. So B. Rose, let's pick up on B. Rose. Seth is out. Seth is out. He is out. Brandon Rose is in. So fuel mileage costing both Dakota Fenn and Seth Van Dalen, but Dakota Fenn flamed out at the best possible spot possible. And there we are, B. Rose inheriting that 2nd spot. Let's see, but B. Rose is way back of Ryan Mayfield. And here's B. Rose coming in for fuel. So, unfortunately, he's way back. He might lose that 2nd spot to Dakota Fenn, and he does. So there's Dakota Fenn. This is the closest race we have on tap. Dakota Fenn versus Brandon Rose right there. Mayfield having an issue. Mayfield having an issue. Mayfield flaming out. I heard the commentator saying this. So Mayfield flaming out. But he might be in. There he is. He is flamed out. So Mayfield flamed out coming in for fuel, apparently. So now Dakota Fenn is actually might get this. Dakota Fenn is in first. Incredible. Dakota Fenn after a flame out takes over that 1st spot. Even for flame out, he's now in first. So everybody having flame out issue. Brandon Rose now in 2nd. Jared Tebow up to 3rd. So now all in the books right now between Brandon Rose and Dakota Fenn. Let's keep these two in corner if we can in the shot. There's Dakota Fenn. Right behind him is that green car. And there we have a battle. It's heated up here with 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. We got Dakota Fenn fending off a hard-charging Brandon Rose. There is Dakota Fenn making his way up and over that wall jump into that double. He goes. He has some lap traffic in front of him. Schufelt in front of him. Brandon Rose trying to catch up to him. Jared Tebow is 8 seconds off this. So this battle is right now the only battle going on for first. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Rose getting caught up in some traffic. And there is Dakota Fenn having a flame out himself. And let's see, it's going to be Dakota Fenn, Brandon Rose, Jared Tebow. So Mayfield is not up front. Mayfield is not in front. He is down in 8th. He did not miss a lap. He flamed out. Right now, this is our leaders right now between Dakota Fenn and Brandon Rose. This is the battle for the lead. Dakota Fenn fending off a hard charging Brandon Rose. Brandon Rose taking a TQ in Pro E-Buggy. He's feeling the flow. Well, we said this track looks something similar to the SIC race where he took the win in Pro Nitro Buggy. This will be a good feather in the cap of the 8-scale driver from Associated, Brandon Rose, representing Texas. He has a clear space. He has some pace. He has 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. You can't let Fenn get away from him, and he's not. And Fenn, let's see. Can he hold on? Fenn's been in this position a lot of times, Dakota, and he's had to fend off a very hard-charging Ryan Mayfield. Can Brandon Rose put the afterburners on and chase him down as he goes wide up and over the podium double? He goes, making his way on the sweeper onto the straightaway. Across the pit lane, it is now 1.3 seconds. All right. So there is Brandon Rose making his way through the Dragon's back, up and over that double one more time. That gap was 1.3 seconds left back on that last lap. It is a lot closer now. Brandon Rose building up that confidence. He's got to find a place where he can pass him. He likes the inside to the middle of that treacherous straightaway. Fenn going to come by. It's a 33.3. It's a 33.1. That gap now 1.1 seconds. Brandon Rose is gaining. That's Mayfield behind him, but that is not for position at all. Mayfield currently running down in 8th. It's Dakota Fenn, Brandon Rose, Jared Tebow, Seth Van Dalen, and Fee Long Win, your top 5. Lee Setzer in 6th. But right now, all eyes are on Brandon Rose. Can he make the challenge? Can he challenge Dakota Fenn? Dakota Fenn doing just enough to stay in front of him. Dakota Fenn did run out of fuel before his 10-minute mark. That's got to be in the back of his mind. That gap now up to 1.7 seconds as Brandon Rose has a 33.7 to a 33.1. Rose is making some inroads right here. This is where he seems to be faster than Fenn, able to get that associated around. He's with the Alessi tuned engines, and they're both on J Concepts tires. But Brandon Rose definitely looks closer right now. The gate Mayfield is not a part of this equation at the moment. Brandon Rose getting it up on 2 wheels. And there we see it. Brandon Rose is game making. He's got 2 minutes, 2-minute warning coming out for Brandon Rose. If he's going to make it happen, he's going to have to start now. He's getting closer and closer to Dakota Fenn each time. There we go. Brandon Rose, uber fast. He's taking the Dakota Fenn line, going wide, cutting through the bumps. He's going to be very close, less than a second when they come across now. And it is 0.6 of a second. Brandon Rose just threw down his fastest lap, a 32.5. He is definitely on the hunt. He's putting on the afterburners. He knows he can feel it. He can feel it. He can sense the blood in the water. He's trying to chase down Dakota Fenn as they make their way up through the Dragon's back. Unflappable is Brandon Rose. Can he catch up to Fenn? Can he make the pass on Fenn? That is another question. We shall see. 1:20 left to go. He is running out of time. If he's going to do it, now is the time. He has a 10-second lead on Jared Tebow. He can still salvage a second. He has to go for it if he wants to take it. Fenn edges out that gap to 9, just under a second. The little bump flamed out. He's out of this race. And look, we got some lap traffic. There's Lee Setzer moving out of the way. Thank you, Lee. And there's Brandon Rose coming by up and through the Dragon's back. Brandon Rose not too far back. Just under a minute go. 2 more laps to go. Brandon Rose absolutely flying through that chicane. And they are very close. Brandon Rose getting desperate. He knows he has to do something now. 1 more lap to go. No, they might get 2. They might get another one. They will get another one, actually, barring any crashes. So 1 more lap after this. Can Brandon Rose bring home a win? Can he take it? Can he snatch it from Dakota Fenn? We thought it was all over for Dakota Fenn, but he flamed out coming into the pits. So let's see. And I don't think so. I think Brandon has lost touch with Dakota Fenn. He needs Dakota Fenn to make a mistake and try to catch him up. But right now, he has lost that momentum. He's lost that speed. Fenn just doing enough to keep ahead of him. And that's going to be it. Dakota Fenn and Brandon Rose, they get by for one more lap. This is the last lap. Brandon Rose needs a gift from the gods. He needs Dakota Fenn to make an accident, or have an accident, sorry. And Fenn right out there, he's solid as a rock. So as he makes his way up and around, he does around that chicane. It's going to be Brandon Rose not going to be able to challenge Dakota Fenn. And Dakota Fenn going to take that first Pro Nitro Buggy win here at the Wicked Weekend. Well done to Dakota Fenn. He takes the win, followed by Brandon Rose, Jarrett Tebow, Seth Van Dalen, Chase Lemieux, Lee Setzer, Cole Ogden, Ryan Mayfield, Jared Wiggins, Mason Fuller, Douglas Schufelt, Ryan Cavallari, Fee Long Win, Spencer Hackett, Ryan Lutz, and Camden Lime. All right, what an exciting race. Lot flameouts. That was what was happening. Mayfield had a flameout. Seth had a flameout. Dakota had a flameout. Brandon Rose didn't. Well, Brandon Rose kind of just lost touch near the end, and I think we have Dakota Fenn on tap.
Alrighty, guys, so we're here with the winner, Pro Nitro Truck, getting it done. Dakota Fenn, dude, that flame out, that scared us all. Tell us, was it a ghost, or did you just use more fuel? What happened, you know?
Yeah, I think today the mileage is wreaking havoc on everyone. I think just the track in general and the weather and stuff, it definitely has been less than normal. But yeah, I did the first stop. I came in a little bit earlier than I normally would have. I think I came in at like 10:10, 10:15 range. And I had quite a bit of fuel left, and so we felt pretty comfortable to keep on doing that. But yeah, I ran out pulling into the pit lane. I got stuck like halfway up the ramp, so definitely saved my butt there. And everyone else was having flame outs and crazy. It's pretty gnarly out there. Pretty much worked out with my flame out where I did the 7.5 stop. So it worked out. I mean, for sure, I needed a little bit more pace out there. Got lucky with the flame outs, but yeah, happy with how I drove. I drove clean, and we made some good progress. So
yeah, you definitely look good. And again, if you flamed out, I'm glad you crossed the loop before it died. So you flamed out under your own power. You crossed the loop under your own power. Congratulations. Tell us one last thing. What tires did you go out on?
Yeah, I went on J Concepts Reflex in the green compound. That's what we ran last year and felt like that was just the safest option with the dust. The realize is a little bit faster in the groove, and then you get in the dust, you're going to have more wheel spin. So
it definitely paid off for you. And good job to Chicky and Tater for getting you back out on the track. And congratulations to you, buddy. All right, that's Dakota Fenn, your winner, Pro Nitro Truck, and a very hair-raising, I mean, I think everybody